ONGC, that's the one in focus. So let's bring on board Mr. A.K. Banerjee, Director Finance at ONGC, to chat about ONGC as well as the sector. Mr. Banerjee, hi, morning. You finally decided to appeal against the Gujarat High Court order on royalty payments. Can you confirm that for us, and also the contingent liability you've already accounted for so far?
As far as this appeal in the Supreme Court, I can't say that we have finally decided, because still we are examining it, but most likely, I mean, we'll be filing it. Until I file it, then only the finality will come. But most likely we'll be filing it. We are deliberating, and with our legal counsel and advisors. And regarding this contingent liability, now we have been providing contingent liability, and this is of the order of 10,000 crore. We have provided kept provision from the contingent liability.
Good morning, Mr. Banerjee. Your realizations are under severe pressure. Are you in dialogue with the government to allow you some decent realizations in order to let to the hunt for oil assets?
Yes, definitely. We have already taken up to our ministry very strongly, and they have all the sympathy and all the support for us, and we understand that they are examining the case, and they will be going to recommend our case to the Ministry of Finance. And we have requested for at least $65 per barrel price, so that we can generate sufficient surplus for our investment in exploration and production. And we are hopeful that exact quantification is difficult to say, but we are hopeful that some relief we will be getting. And moreover, as you know, this our subsidy also, overall subsidy, because of the increase in the diesel price. Although recent newspaper report is telling at 146,000 crore, but still we feel that the overall subsidy with the increase in diesel price is likely to come down. So we are hopeful that we will be getting some benefit out of this.
What kind of opportunities then are you weighing in Ecuador or any other key geographies?
Basically, as you know, in Brazil we have already that about another 12% of the in BC10 we are going to acquire. We are already having 15%, so this 12% will be having about 27% PI in that asset in Brazil, BC10. In addition, we have also signed an MOU with the Ecuador, so there also will be searching the opportunity for exploration opportunity there also. So there are quite and moreover we have already running projects in Colombia. We are having Venezuela. So we have quite a number of projects in Cuba. Also we are having some exploration blocks, and so South America we are quite active.
What's the cash on books right now? Is it adequate for your expansion and acquisition plans? And you've agreed to a large dividend payout, mostly to the government as well. Am I correct?
Yes, we have paid more than 2,500. Actually, we have paid 100% dividend, interim dividend. And last year also declared an interim dividend of 100% initially in the month of December last year. So, this is not a very new thing. But as far as cash is concerned, yes, last year there was a dip in our cash balance of more than 2,000 crore. So we started last year, 13 with 15,000 plus, and we end up at 13,000 plus. So this year there will be some dip in the cash definitely, but still we feel that we will be able to manage this year, no problem. Although we have certain cash disbursement because of the employees, some post-retirement benefit scheme, etc. But still we'll be able to continue with the positive cash surplus this year also, and same is the next year also. We feel that almost maybe the end of next year we may go to the market for some borrowing. May or may not, I am not very sure, because it all depends on the capex plan. But so far, I don't feel that the cash will be a constraint for us, because still we are tax-free. We are a cash-free company. Now, as far as this overseas acquisition is concerned, as you know, even the government has also desired that overseas acquisition to be financed by the overseas borrowing, and we are pursuing the overseas acquisition through OVL, our 100% subsidiary, and they are taking the loans. Overseas loans rather in their balance sheet, and definitely with the guarantee from ONGC. So right now we don't feel that it is a major problem for our cash and fund management as on date. Because overall in the consolidated ONGC and OVL and MRPL, if you see a group of ONGC also, our debt equity ratio is very low, so we can still take the leverage to quite an extent.
So how are your preparations panning out for shale gas foray, Mr. Banerjee, and how have the pilot projects shown results so far?
Pilot projects is too early because they have started the drilling in the Gujarat, the first well they have taken up. And we have a plan to drill about 10 wells this year and next year the 20 wells. So immediately it's very difficult to say that whether what will be the future. But at the same time I must tell that we took up drilled about 4 wells earlier as R&D or initially type initial 4 wells we took up with the help of the Schlumberger. There we found some signs of hydrocarbon. So we are hopeful that there should be some positive thing, but immediately very difficult, too premature to predict at this point of time. But we are upbeat. Let's see what happens.
We understand that there is some political risk developing in Mozambique after your transaction there due to elections, etc. Can you just put that into perspective?
Although I don't have the all nitty-gritty about this issue, but it is not that serious that we have to be panicky. It's not that anything major there. We have to wait and watch, and hopefully that is not going to affect us very adversely.